if you're here tonight, if you're a guest, if you're looking at this and you say, you know what, I want to experience these results, at a minimum become a loyal customer. You know, if you want to become a loyal customer, maybe host a party, see how things go, do that. But if you're ready to say, you know what, I know that there's thousands of people here tonight, a couple thousand, 3,000 people. I probably know a handful of people as well that may be interested in 45 minutes or $25 to time to own a firm. What I would recommend that you do is join the party with us. Get started tonight in our business. You can give it a hand if you'd like. What I love about It Works Global is that it's something, if you've got that entrepreneurial spirit, if you say, you know what, doggone it, I want to have more. I want to do more. I want to be more. You can do it for $99 promotional price tonight. And yet, I said tonight, we don't want the guests walking out. If you're in here and you say, you know what, I want to join the party tonight, do this. Because we've got a simple 3-step system that I'm going to walk you through very quickly. That if you follow these 3 steps, you're going to hear from some people here in a few minutes that follow these 3 steps. And you're going to hear from a lot of people tomorrow that follow these 3 steps. And they've been able to have not only, you know, success, but complete debt freedom in their life. How many of you would love to be debt free? I can tell you, the people in here from tonight have achieved that by following the system, and it all starts with joining the party. So step 1 is join the party for $99. Now, is there any people in the room that have owned traditional business in the past, before It Works Global? Did you put a little more than $99 into your infrastructure? Okay? $99 to get started, and we want you, your operating costs, so to speak, and we're talking business, a minimum qualifying order of $80 a month in BV for your personal use, or to simply share that with somebody else and put that into your pocket. The minimum of that is kind of the law, right? You got to have product to get results. How many of you had results on the product again? Raise your hand. How many of you had to take the products to get results? All your hands should go right back up, just for the record. Okay. What's exciting about it is that you get to use it every single month. And then a lot of people, they say, well, how do I take these amazing products? How do I take this and get it out there? Well, we have a lot of people that share this product on Facebook. They tweet things out. They send out text messages. They have parties at their home. And we've put together optional booster packages. If you're interested in getting a fast start to your business, we've got a $499 booster pack that gives you enough wraps, just the wraps in there, at $25 each. Take the other products, use them for yourself. You know, experience what Dr. Don and Pam were talking about on the products. But take just the wraps in the booster pack at $25 each. You put $1,000 cash in your pocket. Who could use an extra $1,000 cash, right? So many times people have to go out in network marketing, direct sales. They have to do so much just to make a little bit. You put $1,000 cash in your pocket this week just from wraps. And then if that's not quite in your budget, we've got a mini booster pack. You guys would bring that up on the slide. We've got a mini booster pack for $149. And that gives you the ability to put just the wraps into play at $25 each. Over $300 party cash in your pocket. Who'd be taking $300 bills if I was handing them out, right? We're handing them out in a way that you take it and take a little incentive, a little gumption. You go out there and wrap people, and you put cash into your pocket. Now, I know some of you are interested in becoming just a loyal customer tonight. But others of you are saying, you know what, this is me. I want to join the party. I like this crazy black, green, and bling. I don't really know what it's about, but I think it works from the results that I see. And then some of you are going, I don't know, life's okay. You know, my house is probably not going to get foreclosed on me. I don't really need anything. I'm a little comfortable. You know, my car's not going to get repoed. That's going to happen to somebody else. You know, I'm not going to lose my job. That's going to happen to somebody else. But let's face it, let me ask you guys, in your job, if you work, don't they pay you just enough so you won't quit? Yeah. Don't you work just enough so they won't fire you? See, I want you to look around at the people next to you real quick. Just get a good eye contact with the person next to you real quick. You are the somebody else to them. You see, everybody's looking. It may happen to somebody else. All I want to do tonight, and all It Works wants to do tonight, is give you an option to make a choice to join the party for $99, set it up right, boost it if you can, and go and start putting cash into your pocket. And step 2 in our system is what we call wrap free. How many people love wrapping? Woo! Love wrapping other people's money. So what we do, we have a one-day plan, which is join the party. That's your first day. In your first 30 days, we want you to focus and gather 4 loyal customers. Pam, Dr. Don each talked about what a loyal customer is. Someone who simply purchases something from HipWorks Global at least once a month for a minimum of 3 months. Of course, we want to get their business for life. But you simply go out and gather 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days and say, yes, I want to try it. You do that, we're going to give you 2 boxes, $120 in free product credit. Who would take 2 boxes of wraps if I was throwing them out here right now? Don't get 4 loyal customers your first 30 days. It's real simple, right? So you know what to do. How many people have been involved in network marketing direct sales before? A lot of the room. How many of you have not? Not the other half of the room, so it's about 50-50. What's interesting about these 3 steps that I'm walking you through, this is the entire compensation plan fast track. In over 2 years that I've been involved with HipWorks Global, I've never, ever given a compensation plan explanation. We simply focus on these 3 steps. And when you come through these, you focus on your 1 day, you focus on your first 30 days, you get your 4 loyal customers, you gather those, you wrap for free. And then you go to the 3rd step, it's going to continue to open up more bonuses and commissions in the compensation plan. So you don't have to be an expert at anything, you just have to follow these 3 simple steps. And in your first 60 days, what we want to do is completely take all the guesswork out for you. So many times people go, okay, I get it, I join the party, my first 30 days, I know what to do. I'm going to gather 4 loyal customers. I'm going to get 2 free boxes of product out and wrap it for free. Now in your first 60 days, if you look up there, you simply want to introduce 3 people to HipWorks Global that complete step 1 and step 2 in your first 60 days. And when you do that, you're going to make money in the process, but we're going to guarantee you a minimum income. Now this is on top of the cash you're putting in your pocket, you know, wrapping people. A minimum income of bonus and commissions in your first 60 days, a full 2 calendar months, of at least $500. It's a guaranteed written when you join. You introduce 3 people that get started within your first 60 days that complete step 1 and complete step 2 will guarantee you at least $500. How's that for a no-brainer guarantee to get involved in business, right? Now some people ask, okay Mike, so how does that work? What if I only make $300? Well, we'll pay you $5. Well, what if I make $450? Well, we'll pay you $500. Well, what if I make $599? You earn $599. Guarantee you a minimum income of $500 in your first 60 days. You can make a lot more than that. And so many people do that in HipWorks Global. And we publish our average monthly incomes. We don't hide behind the fact that we're a privately held company. If you look up here, what I love about this is that we just put it on the table. We show you what the average income is at each level of the compensation plan. So you know you've got that roadmap of how to achieve the income that you're looking for. Executive. Any executives in the room? Executives, raise your hand. Let's give them a big hand. Executive average income is around $300 a month. You become an executive, help some other people become executive, you become a Ruby. Any Rubies in the room? Rubies. Average income of Ruby, $599. What would an extra $500 a month do for you? Extra of your family. Shoes. Some credit card debt. Some people, and keep them out of foreclosure. Some people's marriage gets saved. It's amazing what an extra $500 can do for people. You become a Ruby, you help some people become a Ruby, you become an Emerald. Any Emeralds in the room? Let's give our Emeralds a big hand. Average income of $1,121. Next position, Diamond. Average income, Diamond, $1,910. Where's our Diamonds in the room? Diamonds are awesome. Next position, Double Diamonds. Over $6,000 average income monthly. Any Double Diamonds in the room? Next position, Triple Diamond. You want to make $10,000 a month average income. We can show you exactly how to complete those 3 steps and become a Triple Diamond. And it works global. The average income, $10,000. Where's our triple diamonds? Give them a hand. Next position, presidential. Presidential, average income over $16,000. Give them presidentials a hand. That's awesome. What would an extra $16,000 a month do for your family? We get a lot of shoes, that's very true.
I'm getting nauseated just thinking about it.
Exactly how to get there. Our top position, ambassador. Where's our ambassadors in the room? Where's our ambassadors in the room? Average income, $31,000 a month. What I want to do now is bring somebody up that's so far beyond average. I think you already know that, but somebody that, you know, my wife and I have got to know her and her husband, and you know, Pam and I, we've traveled the world together, literally, you know, taking this It Works way of friendships, fun, and freedom, and just spreading it all, not only around North America, but, you know, Europe, Australia, just all over this great world, because we know this compensation plan is amazing. We know this product is extraordinary. And what we want to do is talk to a few people who had extraordinary, above-average results tonight. So what I want you to do first is get back on your feet, give a huge welcome back to the stage, Director of Marketing, Pam Sauer. Now, I get excited, Pam, because we start talking about numbers, right?
I love to talk about numbers.
Money. Money's a good thing.
It's a great thing. Who's making money with Bitworks Global?
That's an interesting question. Let me ask everybody in the audience, if you have earned commissions, bonuses, cash from It Works Global, stand up.
Stand up. Wow.
Boom. That's It Works. You guys are good. I like that. Thank you. You know, Pam, when we publish the average incomes out there, a lot of people, they hide behind that kind of thing. They don't want to show that. We're so proud of our numbers.
You'll never hear me say that again. It might make you feel better.
They'll do
Little
this
number.
the first day, join the party. They'll focus their first 30 days, and they'll focus their first 60 days. They can follow that system to whatever level, whatever income that they want.
And what I love about it, in this industry, a lot of people will say you can make $10,000 a month, and we're like, oh, just show me how, right? Who would like to know exactly how to do that? And we can do that by helping you chart your way to those positions, to that average income. And when we're talking average, we're way beyond these averages at this point because of what you're out there doing. And you know, we've got great leadership, Mike. We had an opportunity to have lunch with our leadership team, and I think that you all might want to hear from them.
Some above average leaders. I'm going to hit the next slide here and bring up a picture of our leadership team. So, there we go. It's going to work. Bring up the leadership team slide, guys. Because I've hit the button and it's not happening.
Why don't we just bring them on stage?
Leadership team, just bring some music and bring our leadership team up. Our 2013 leadership team.
Mike, I'll let you start with the Hartmans.
We're going to start down here, and you know what I get excited about? You guys keep moving back here. Lee, come on, guys. Let's come up here. Everybody can see. All right, we'll come up. What we want to do is let you hear from real people getting real results. They're following the system. That's obvious, right? We embed that into everybody from day one. Their first day, their first 30, their first 60, the steps to success. So tell everybody your name and where you're from. You got an extra mic right down there for that. All right, in your hand. All right, you got one. I was making sure you had an extra mic. I was just making sure. So I'm going to give you this. Tell about your name, where you're from, and we'll talk a little bit.
Hello, everybody. My name is Rhonda Hartman. This is my husband, Ray, and we're from Atlanta, Georgia.
So tell everybody what you did. What was your life before It Works Global?
Well, it was a lot different than it is today, that's for sure. Well, you know, we've raised our children. We have three beautiful girls, and one is here tonight with us, our baby. Chloe's here, she's 17, and you know, I had another direct selling business that I had done for almost 10 years, and over the years it had begun to dwindle, and I think my last paycheck, and maybe this will give some perspective with that company, the month I found It Works Global was about $200. So things are quite a bit different today.
So Ray, what did you do before It Works?
Corporate sales, business-to-business sales.
I have seen a picture of you before, and your hair was about down to here. So like, you used to be like a rock star, and you know, how far different is It Works Global from what you used to do in your life, from corporate things to your other life?
Not much at all at this point. I'm standing on stage and I have a microphone in my hand. So. Yeah, it's been a long journey though, you're right. I used to play music as a young lad for a living, which is scraping by, I'll tell you that. Got into corporate America, and that's fine, it's great, appreciate it philosophically, don't have a problem with it. However, this is way better because the time that I spend is mine, okay? It's not on somebody else's clock. And that's all I'll say about that.
So Rhonda, you were involved in direct sales before, so how did you find out about It Works, and then tell everybody how your life has changed since getting involved in this company?
Okay, well, it was one day that I was sitting in front of my computer and I had made a decision to invest in one of those advertisements that you can buy to drive business to your website for the other business. I wasn't looking for anything when I found It Works. So I got online and became immediately distracted by this little ad that said see results in as little as 45 minutes. So I clicked it, and that was the beginning of a whole new life for our family. What does that look like today? My gosh, we have freedom, like Ray said. It's the ability to be able to do the things that we all have in our heart, but that we don't necessarily have the means to do. So being able to help support our community, to be able to give back, has been tremendous. We have the freedom to travel, to come to places like Dallas and spend time with our amazing It Works family. It's a beautiful thing.
What's one thing you could leave people in the room, maybe they're brand new, maybe it's a guest, or maybe it's somebody that's been in less than 90 days. What's one thing you could share with them before they walk out the door tonight?
Who can you rap next? Get a rap on them.
Dr. Don said he or she who raps the most wins, so give it up for Ray and Rhonda Hartman. And I'll throw it to you.
Only ambassadors get to hold the microphone, so I'm going to give it up to Denise and Brandon Walsh. Denise, tell everybody where you two are from.
Hi guys, this is Denise and Brandon Walsh. We are from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
And how long have you been on board?
April is our 6th year.
And you actually started as a customer first. So can you talk a little bit about that? And who else first started as a customer? Because a lot of you do. So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I was a clinical psychologist previous to this, and Brandon was an aerospace engineer. We met my sponsor, Cammie and Nathan Dempsey, at our small group at church, and she started talking about a crazy rap thing and telling us a little bit about it, but I wasn't all that I was interested, but I didn't actually take that step until I had a vacation planned. So Brandon and I were getting ready for vacation. I thought, you know, now I really need to use this. So I scheduled a rap appointment and became a customer right away. And then a few weeks later, Brandon said, I think I'm going to sell this. And we jumped right in.
All right, so let's give the mic to Brandon for just a minute. Brandon, you were instrumental in encouraging Denise to join the company once you found out there was an opportunity. And what were you both doing prior to It Works?
Well, like Denise was saying, I was an aerospace engineer, and I had always kind of wanted to be an entrepreneur. I was always one of those guys who had ideas, like, oh, we should open a pizza shop, or just something like that. And then one night I went with Nathan Dempsey to a round table, and at that time there was like 5 guys, one of them being Mark, and Mark showed me his office and his, you know, all his success and stuff, and that was pretty much it for us.
All right, so I remember, Brandon, in the beginning, you wouldn't come up on stage. You'd say, no, Denise, I get little notes. Don't interview me. So you've come a long way, baby. How's it feel to be up here in front of 3,000 people?
You get used to that.
All right, so Denise, let me ask you, you've got Owen now, and he's going on 2, and is
He just turned 2, yeah.
Just turned 2. And now both of you are stay-at-home parents. And is this like a dream come true for you both?
Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine life any other way. When I was working, I liked what I did, but I didn't like the politics, I didn't like the paperwork, and it didn't take me long to learn that it really wasn't about the people, it was about the insurance companies, right? Sometimes we just got caught in that paperwork stuff. And so I would just be tired and burn out, and I was in tears by Wednesday, and people would tell me that it was normal, and they'd just say, oh, Denise, get used to it, that's just the way life is. And I'm so thankful that we decided that was not normal, and that we could decide our new normal. So within 2.5 years, we both quit our full-time jobs. So telling my dad that at 28 years old, we were quitting our jobs was a very interesting conversation, but within that year, we paid off our house. We went to Australia for 5 weeks with our best friends. We wrapped the map, and we now have a beautiful 2-year-old at home who has 2 work-from-home parents, and I'm just so grateful that we don't wake up to the alarm clock. We wake up to Owen staring us in the face.
You know, you've come a long way with this company. Your incomes are going through the roof. You bought your dream home. What could you say to those that are maybe wondering, is this really real?
Oh my gosh, yes, it's real. You cash the checks, they don't take them back. And don't quit. Don't ever quit.
I think about, there's 100,000 customers, distributors that are joining every month, and they're joining with someone. So get your story out there. Help your wife out, or your spouse, or friend, whatever.
Thank you so much. Let's give it up for Denise and
What's interesting is that, what Brandon said, a lot of times, if the lady gets involved in the business first, the men, a lot of times we're like, hey honey, how's your little business? And then the money starts rolling in, and all of a sudden it's, honey, how's our business doing? Right? And Blair and Melody McFarland, you guys step up here, you guys give Blair and Melody a big hand. They're awesome leaders. So you guys, you have a construction background and network marketing background. So tell a little about where you came from, how you found it works, and what it's impacted your life today.
Woo! Well, I got a phone call from a friend of mine that said that she was going to a wrap party, and I thought it was gift wrap. And then when she told me what it was, I was like, oh, well, don't get your hopes up. It's just going to come right back. And she called me the next day and said that she had great results, and I was like, I got to get that. So I went and got one. I tried it. It worked for me. I convinced Blair to put one on. It worked for him. And I was already in a direct sales company that actually very, very popular here in Dallas. Big Pink Company.
Yeah.
I was doing that. I had already been doing network marketing for 15 years at that point and never made any money. Have y'all ever done that? Okay, so we never made any money. And so Blair we were doing it to get Blair's freedom. And it wasn't working. So he decided he was just going to focus back on his construction business. I got into that Pink Company, and that's what we were doing when we got involved in this.
Well, what's interesting about your story is that a lot of people told you when you joined It Works, they didn't know you joined It Works. They just said, you were in so many network marketing companies in the past. And I can say that because it's, you allow me to. And people would say, don't come try to sell us anything. So how did you overcome the hurdle for people that have been involved in network marketing? How did you overcome the hurdle of people, saying, what's that crazy graphic? Go ahead.
It's the rap. The rap. That's how we overcame it. Everybody wanted the rap. All my friends that like Mike said, when we were in all those other companies, they said, you know, we love you, but we don't want to buy anything else from you. We don't want to do another party. We don't want to see another opportunity presentation. But I knew that they would love the rap, and they did. They loved it, and they wanted it, and they started telling their friends, and before I knew it, it was a wildfire.
Yes, ma'am. I'm kind of shy anyway, so that's good. Oh, man. This is an opportunity, right? It's hard to describe it. You know, I started out as a framing carpenter, swinging a hammer, building houses from the time I was 18 years old in construction. And that was hard work. And I did make some good money along the way, but it was hard work. And it's just like, not quite as hot in Tennessee in the summer as Dallas, but it's hot in the summer and it's cold in the winter. So now, whew, the money is just unbelievable. And we get paid for doing crazy things, having fun, going to the beach, hanging out, going to the mountains. You know, just, it's awesome.
So what's one thing that you would share with people here tonight that just kind of an aha moment for them? If they're looking here going, you know what, I want to do this, but what's some more people?
For both of us, each of us. I would tell you, don't, like Denny said, don't give up. Don't quit. You know, it's like when people start medical school and they tell them, look to your left, look to your right. One of you won't be here in 3 months. Don't let that happen to you here, okay? Because 95% of your success is just showing up. And everybody on the stage, you can be up here on this stage. You can do what we've done. We've just continued to show up and not give up. And you can do that.
That's exactly right. Just rap as many people as you can. That is you know, because of the rap, it puts us all on a level playing field. Every single one of you have the same opportunity as us. All we did is rap probably a few more people than you at this point. So rapping people is the name of the game. You are not going to be successful unless you're rapping people. So just get out there and rap, 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 rap.
I'm going to get up and play on here in this program.
Robin Lackey. Rusty, I'll let you start, and then I'll because, you know, you love it. And Rusty, we've been together a long time. Most of the people we brought into the business in the beginning did not hang out with us for very long. So Rusty did, and because of that, you've got a very, very strong organization, but most importantly, you're a big part of our family.
That's what this is about, is you become part of a family and you have each other's backs. And I know I'm a former corporate banker, and what resonates out of you is the people you hang around. You can tell just a few minutes when you talk to people who you're hanging around. But I never thought I would do this program. It was a network marketing program, and I thought this was a product that you women, it's something you did in your spare time to amuse yourselves. And I never thought it would be for me. And I saw my wife have the first almost 12 years ago, we called it loser parties. There wasn't rap parties. There was 23 ladies showed up to my house for the first loser party, and they had some pretty significant results. Now, Robin loves to entertain at our home. Our kitchen table is full of food, our breakfast table is full of food, our kitchen counters. And there's women walk around eating like they had to eat all weekend. That's the end of this deal. There's going to be some expansion going on here. But they had some results. I was intrigued, but I always knew right product, right time, literal fortune, that quick. But I was after my freedom. I was in transition with the bank. I was tired of being gone all those hours away from my high school sweetheart of 34 years in February. Two wonderful daughters were going up, but I didn't know who they were. So I said, this just might be the one. So out of those 23 ladies who showed up at our house, I did my due diligence on them, but I tracked them for 7.5 months after I talked to Mark and Pam. The one thing that happened is Mark sold me a vision, but he sold it with passion. And this is where I'm going, and I call it. But anytime you lend your credibility to something, that's all any of us have. So therefore, you have to build it tight, to build it right. You cannot ever cheat your way to success. And so after 7.5 months, I said, I'm going to do this, and I failed at it. So I left the bank, quit my job cold turkey, got out my truck, got to that coal field here and said, oh my God, I really did it. Pick up the phone, call my father, told him what I did, and he said, no, you didn't. I said, before God, I did. And he asked me if I was depressed. I said, no, but I just need you to do me a favor. Because I love you more than life. I said, go tell Robin I just quit my job. He said, no, sir, son, if you did that, I'm not going to tell her. That's the way I was raised. She's 50% of the program. She's not 49. He taught me to respect women. Because you ladies are the most precious things on earth. And you need to know your value, and you need to be respected. You have to demand respect. So he wouldn't go tell her, so all the way up I-85, coming to where I live, the closer I got, the drier my mouth started to get. I crossed the Gadsden River, my tongue is stuck in the roof of my mouth. I didn't know how my high school sweetheart was going to take this, or I just quit my job. So I turned on a song, Sweet Home Alabama by Leonard Skinner. And I backed into my driveway and it was telling me how sweet Alabama was. I said, wow, I might have to relocate there. I went in and told her what I did, and that's when this wonderful angel, she became instantaneously demon-possessed. She told me things I hadn't heard since I left the locker room. But I was after my freedom. So what I done is I walked in my bedroom on my nightstand, set a Bose stereo system. I wrapped it in the bathhouse. She said, what are you doing? I said, you need to follow me. I walked out in the garage and I took a ball-peen hammer and I beat it to death. I said, you say anything else and you're next. Well, we got started. And this lady right here helped me gain my freedom. For the next 28 days, for 18 and 20 hours a day, she and I stayed on the phone around the clock 7 days a week. At the end of 28 days, we were double diamonds. And wow. We had 635 people in the organization. We made almost $10,000 the first month. It's not easy. Winning is never easy. This is what I want to tell you. December the 2nd, I went to the hospital with my father. My father's my hero, my best friend. And we left on January the 9th. And a little over 8 weeks ago, he died. Day 3, when everybody else had to go home, I didn't. I sat with him for 37 consecutive days, and I never had to leave him. I told him how much I loved you, how much you impacted my life, and I appreciated it. But when it mattered, I was able to stand up because the opportunity Mark and Pam has provided for us. But that's what you get by not quitting. The perseverance is so worth it. So if something catastrophic happens in your family today, can you take the next 37, 40 days, and your income keeps coming and it keeps growing? Can you do that? So what I want to tell you tonight, I know it's been rough for some of you and you're persevering on, but you are at the right place at the right time. I'm lending you all my credibility. I've staked in my whole way of life, my 2 daughters, my wonderful wife, with Mark and Pam. If we go belly up tomorrow, we'll start something the day after and we'll be right back on our game. That's who we are. But don't you ever, you're coming from, it's been rough, and you get to a place where it's good. And you think, wow, it's good. But don't you ever let good stop you from becoming great. Don't use that as an excuse.
Because Rusty actually retired Robin. Robin would not speak to me for 3 years. She would not come to an event. Finally, she came to one in Greensboro. We met and we bonded. And Robin, what's this been like for you?
Oh my gosh, it's been an amazing journey. I think it took 3 years for us to bond and get over what madness. I realize now what I missed out on. But it's just been a great journey. It's just gave us the freedom, you know, we've always wanted. I mean, we didn't come from money. We're not silver spoon kids, me or Rusty. And, you know, it just gave us that financial freedom that we knew that we was running from in the past. Just living almost in poverty, you felt like back then when we first got married, but we lived on low. And we just knew that one day we was going to have more than we had. And, you know, we had networked before, we had quit, and then thought that we'd do it again. I heard about this crazy little rap thing, which was the Fat Patch back then. So that started.
Well, I love your story, and thank you both so much for being with us.
Let's give it up for Rusty and Robin. Let's give it up for Ashley and Daniel Sinclair. I don't know for this, you guys are from the great state of Texas. From the traditional business owner past, so tell them about what you did before It Works.
I owned a women's boutique for about 8 years, and Danny was set to run the family company. So that's what we did before we found It Works.
How'd you find out about It Works Global? I mean, you're running traditional business, you're running family business. I mean, you guys never had any idea. You had no idea you'd be involved in It Works 18 months ago.
Right.
You were involved 18 months, now you're on stage. What's that been like?
Well, I found out from Miss Tiffany Chapman. She sent me, I knew her from junior high, and thank God for Facebook, right? So she sent me a Facebook message and said, you can make money, you should sell this in your store, it's amazing, and okay. And I deleted it and moved about my merry way, but you know, what I was telling you earlier is that I couldn't get the question, what if, out of my head. I couldn't get the question of, what if the product really works? What if I could make money? Because she told me someone up north was making 5 figures a month, and I went, well, there's probably one person, right? And I was like, what if I was that girl? What if I could make $1,000 extra a month? What if the product really works? What if people want it? What if it helps my store? What if? And that's where I took the leap and jumped in, and within 1 week, I started doing my training, and I looked over at Danny and I said, I'm gonna make us $1 million. And by golly, we're almost there.
Okay, I'll talk right here. How many of you went to high school? Raise your hand. You should probably Facebook everybody who went to high school. So, junior high school, whatever, because in 18 months, they may be standing up here in the business. Daniel, tell us your journey.
My journey is, my parents own a heating and air conditioning company in Lubbock, and I was the only child in the family, so I was set to take over it. So for me, it was this was something I had never looked at, even wanted to really look at, because I obviously love my job and love working for my parents. When she started showing me the checks that she was making, wow. So yeah, it had lots of comments. So anyway, that being said, it obviously changed the way I was thinking, and so I started to talk to my parents about, well, you know, what if I maybe step aside and you know, do this with Ashley? And my dad gave me a well, duh. He said, son, if you don't want to have to run this business, then don't do it. You know, your mom and I give you full support for that. So, wow, what great parents. I'm so blessed to have them in my life. So, I was obviously very skeptical of this when she first started. So, I would recommend to some of the guys in here that maybe have regular jobs, and you're hesitant about this, to not be skeptical. Go and get out of the way and let your wife, because I did, get out of the way and let your wife run with this thing, because she can make more in a month than you ever will in a year.
So, share with everybody, just kind of a closing comment, you can share with people in the room, kind of an aha moment. What can you leave them with? You said, what if? There's a lot of people in the audience right now going, you know, could I be up there? What if I could be on stage? What else could you share with them?
I would just tell you that you are in the right place at the right time. And that is what I preach to my team. And I don't say that lightly. I feel it in my heart. I was so skeptical that this could be our life and that this is what we would do. Again, I traditionally built a business. So is this right to say up here? But I was almost embarrassed to do network marketing. Like, because I had built things like the right way, or, you know, like the American dream way. And so this to me just felt not right for a little bit. And so to be able to jump in there and to seriously just say, okay, Mark, okay, Pam, Mike, well, I trust you guys. I trust you so much that I sold my store to my triple diamond leader that's on my team, and I retired my husband last July. This is what we do full time. That's what I would just tell you, is that you're in the right place at the right time, and because of that, you need to work with urgency. You got to work with urgency. We're in this momentum for a reason, and you've got to work hard now while the field is ripe.
And what if 18 months from today, you could be right here? Because that's what happened to them. Give it up for Ashley Daniels.
Now I'd like to introduce you to Major Jones from Missouri. So, Major, big month last month. We have a position called Black Diamond, 6 months in a row, $100,000 in earnings, month one down. I met you for the first time at a boot camp. How important is it for people to be here?
Completely. I hope that you guys are relating to some of our stories. Tomorrow you're going to relate even more, and that's what it did for me. I was asked to go to the boot camp early on in my business. Like Ashley and most of us up here, we were skeptical of the business. We didn't think that we could do it. But I went to a boot camp and heard a story of someone that had gone diamond. I was Ruby at the time. Listened to Pam talk, and I felt a connection with her. I felt a connection with Mark. And the stories that I heard were from people that were just like me. They were high school graduates. Some of them had college degrees. Some of them didn't have college degrees. I related to every single one of those people in some way and knew in my heart, I just made that shift and knew that I could work this business.
What I love about this story too, Major, you've been on board a little over 2 years now. It was 2 years in January. But from January to May, you didn't have a lot of success. In your opinion, you had made Ruby, barely made Ruby coming into that boot camp. So for those that are right there thinking, can I really do this? And from Ruby now heading into that path in Black Diamond, I mean, that's a lot's happened in the last 2 years. So how did you do that?
I kept signing distributors. I kept teaching what I knew. I kept it very simple, steps to success. When I got a distributor, I would send them to the training academy and hand them the steps to success, or I would print it off and email it, or get those in their hand. Ask them to put pencil to paper. When you joined, congratulations, you're done with your first step, right? Step 2 is your 4 loyal customers. Take pencil to paper and absolutely fill it out and do it every 30 days. I complete the steps to success every 30 days. Doesn't mean that I get it all completed, you know. Sometimes I might sign 5 loyal customers instead of 4, but I use that as a guide every month. And in the end of 30 days, I pitch that one and I print off a new one. So I think that the simple approach to this business is what has really helped me, and me finding those people on my team that are willing to do those steps. The ones that aren't willing to do them, it's sad, but you have to move on. And you have to keep finding people and keep signing people and keep working the business. Like, I have not stopped enrolling distributors. Like, I will continue to do that.
In your former life,
yes,
hairdresser.
I wasn't. I can't do my own hair. I own 2 salons.
And you have 3 young children. So you were busy when you first got started in this. And now you sold the salons. What's it like being home with your 3 children?
It's something I dreamed of, you know, and it happened. They know what my life is like. They know what their life is like and how it's changing. And my son, he's 13. He is a phenomenal basketball player. And he used to say, you know, it'd be so cool if I was in the NBA. It would be so cool if I was in the NBA, you know, and not many people are in, you know, he used to doubt himself. And do you know now he says, I will be in the NBA, Mom. And I might be one of the white boys in the NBA. But I will be in the NBA. And working hard. I mean, he knows that I'm not just laying around on the couch. I mean, I'm still coaching my team, and I'm still out there trying to get new people in the business and just share with them how it's changed your life. Even if you're sitting here and you're only making $500 a month. When I made my first 500, it blew my mind. I was like, really? I can't believe I did that. You know, I was kind of proud of myself. And as you keep building your business, your confidence will grow, and you made your 500, and just give yourself another goal. And don't go crazy with it and say, oh, I'm at 500, my next goal is 50,000. You know, you can't defeat yourself. You have to make small goals. And I remember when I was Ruby and I left that boot camp and I was like, I'm going to the top with this business, and I'm going to take a ton of people with me, and I hope it's all my friends and everybody that I love. But I remember when I hit the diamond rank, I got that belief in me, and I set my next goal for 10,000, and I almost laughed at myself when I put it out there. And I just diligently worked toward that and hit that. And it just kept going up from there, so anyone can do this.
Let's give it up for Major.
All right, guys. I get the pleasure of Brett and Kirsten Johnson from Canada. And you guys, you worked hard, you know, before it works. And, you know, you were traveling a lot in traditional business. Talk about what life was like before it works.
Before it works, I was actually a phys ed teacher, and I coached phys ed and coaching full-time.
I used to work in the oil and gas industry, so a ton of hours, time away from my kids.
Now you guys you have a little 4-year-old at home. You got a little 4-month-old here somewhere. And so, you know, you've got a lot of reasons to do this business. I mean, you're out traveling, oil and gas. I mean, oil and gas, that's like the farthest thing from crazy rap thing I can even think of, right? So now you've got the black, green, and bling on, you're VIP, you're up here. I mean, when you got introduced to It Works Global, what was that like? How has your life changed?
Well, I wanted to find something because I thought I'd be a teacher forever, and when I had my son, I realized that I couldn't go back to teaching because there's just no way that I could really leave him on someone else's doorstep. I mean, you have this baby and you're looking in their eyes and they stare at you and they trust you with their life. They trust that you're going to be their provider, and just to ship them off to someone else's house to raise 30 other kids all day just didn't make sense to me. So that was kind of how I got introduced to it. I found someone talking about it, and it piqued my interest right away, and I just kind of jumped in and jumped on board without even trying, because I was like, this is cool.
So you got involved. You've been involved in network marketing prior to It Works?
I tried one company, and I couldn't even manage to get another distributor under me, and I think I made like $70. So when I made my first check that was like $278, I was like ecstatic. I was like, this is going somewhere.
So what can you share with people in the room tonight? Something that, you know, you got involved. What was different from It Works? You didn't make it back then, but you said, you know what, I can do it here. What's a day in the life of Kirsten and Brett? What do you do to build your business?
Well, it's exciting. I think that's the difference, is that this is a product that everybody wants. And it was very obvious to me when I talked to people. They're like, yeah, I'll try it, yeah, I'll try it, yeah, I'll try it. So it was almost a no-brainer to really try it out and get going.
She pretty much summed it up.
So are you still in the oil and gas business?
Absolutely not.
I like that. So you guys, what's one last thing you can share with people in the audience here that are thinking, you know what, I can do this. They've heard the stories from this end to this end. You guys are right here in the middle. You can each take 10 seconds. I'm kidding. Share one thing. What's one last thing you leave them with?
Like everyone else said up here, the only way that you're going to fail in this business is if you quit. Believe in yourself and believe in the product, because, I mean, this product works, plain and simple. There's nothing else on the market like this anywhere in the world. So just believe in it, do it, and just, whoever else knows
I say hold your head up really high and feel proud and honored to be a part of this company. And it's your choice, so hold your head high. This is your business, represent it, and know that everybody on stage here has your back, and we're all here for you.
I love it. Give it up for Kirsten and Brett Johnson. In 2013, the Leadership Council. Give up a hand, everybody. Ready, you guys tonight. So we want to give on 3 a big It Works boom to our CEO. Come back up here and kind of close it out. So on 3, let's give it up for Mark Pentecost. Give him a big It Works boom. Usually he's doing the boom. So 1, 2.